Hello everybody, it's me, the Excellent Reviewer, aka Wrestling's #1 Hype Man, aka the true champion of YouTube. SummerSlam 2017, what can I say? It's just... Okay. Let's just start off with the matches, and I'll tell you what I think, especially about the main event. First match, we had Jason Jordan and the Hardy Boys against Miz and the Miz Taraj. Started off the show, it was alright, it was meh. You know, it just, even though, okay, I will say this, even though Jason Jordan is nowhere near as over as WWE wanted him to be from this whole Kurt Angle is my father angle, I will say this, that he is still very, very impressive in that ring. And, you know, I thought, if anything, that Jason Jordan was going to pick up the win for his team, but in the end, Miz ended up picking up the win, hitting him with a skull-crushing finale, picking up the win for the Miz and the Miz Taraj. I thought it was great, and they brought up a really good point of why Miz isn't defending his Intercontinental Championship on the main show. He's been reduced to the pre-card when he has grown and developed so much, and this is coming from the most anti-Miz person in the world. So when I think that, then definitely that needs to change, where the Intercontinental needs to be put up on the main card, because this happened not even that long ago at WrestleMania. And we get to another title match that should have been on the main card but was not for some reason. It was Neville against Akira Tozawa for the Cruiserweight Championship straight after that. Now Neville, he was looking absolutely miserable on his way to the ring. He's just, without his title, it's like he felt like he was nothing, which adds that little tiny bit of character work to it, because he feels as though he is nothing without that title. And it seemed as though no matter what, that Neville continued to be off his game, like there was something bothering him. That's why that loss to Akira Tozawa made it feel like there's something wrong, there's something a little off about Neville. And it was, you know, was affecting him throughout his matches. I thought that was great character work. And this it added this desperation that Neville would do anything to regain his Cruiserweight title. And that's exactly what he did when Akira Tozawa was going for his senton finisher, put the knees up, all of a sudden, oh, here comes the red arrow, 1, 2, 3, just like that. And he is the new and still our king of the Cruiserweights. I don't know why this match also was on the pre-show, because it was very, like, why is this on the pre-show? But it was the Usos against the New Day for the SmackDown Live Tag Team titles. Holy cow, was this just an amazing tag team match. I mean, these two have palpable chemistry with each other. It seemed as though this match should have been on the main card because of how good it was. Easily was the best match of the pre-show. Just the fact that these two teams were able to deliver such a great performance just between themselves. Like, they pull off interesting moments, and there are moments where you thought, oh, this is, surely it's over. All of a sudden, here comes someone in. They break up the count. It's just an amazing match. Why this was on the pre-show, I will never know. It's one of the best tag team matches that I have seen put on by WWE in quite a long time. And, of course, it's amazing. It's an amazing match. And the ending is great with having the Usos regain the tag team championships from SmackDown Live. Overall, just a phenomenal match and amazing. And now we get to the first official match on the show. It was Baron Corbin against John Cena. Now, Baron Corbin, this is the first time we're seeing him since he lost to Jinder Mahal, losing his Money in the Bank briefcase. But he comes in and he's automatically just more aggressive than he usually is. He starts pounding Cena viciously. And one of the best moments that I thought was when the crowd asked Baron Corbin, "Where's your briefcase? Where's your briefcase?" And the announcers even acknowledged that. I thought that was great because they're like, look, he's gonna take that frustration out on John Cena. That's exactly what he did. And again, again, they made Baron Corbin look like an idiot. They made him look like an absolute idiot because there was this spot that Baron Corbin would do when John Cena threw him to the corner. He would automatically slide to the outside and slide back in. He did that 3 separate times. And the third time he did it, he was met with a clothesline from John Cena. And John Cena hit him with one attitude adjustment just like that. 1, 2, 3. Picked up the win. I don't know why they're destroying Baron Corbin. They're completely destroying Baron Corbin. If he were to pick up the win, he could have been like, oh, now he's got some momentum against him. He just pinned John Cena, but he did not, and it looked very, very, very bad for Baron Corbin. It's really sad what they're doing to Baron Corbin. Oh, God. Moving away from that, we had another SmackDown Live match, and that was Natalya against Naomi for the SmackDown Live Women's Championship. I will tell you this right now, it seems that Natalya went straight out of the gate, slaps Naomi across the face, and, starts off very, very quickly. And this match was actually, was pretty good. Who would have figured that Natalya and Naomi would pull off a pretty damn good match? I will say this. They performed to the best of their abilities, and it was pretty damn good. Especially that unpredictable factor when you have Natalya tapping out Naomi with the sharpshooter. It was just amazing because, let's face it, Naomi has not been a really good champ. She's been alright as champion, but there have been some shady spots, to say the least, in her championship reign where it seemed as though her championship reign wasn't that great. And maybe they're going to have another match, who knows. Carmella did not come in and cash in, even though she said she would. But, that's great. She can hold on to it. We don't need 2 failed cash-ins at Money in the Bank this year alone. So definitely keep that, hold on to it till the moment is right. And hopefully it is cashed in successfully, because can you imagine 2 failed cash-ins at the Money in the Bank contract? Everyone would just be angry. But Naomi is our new SmackDown Live. No, my bad. I'm sorry. I'm excited. I'm going all over the place. Natalya is our new SmackDown Live Women's Champion. Congratulations are set for her. The next match that we had on the card was Big Show against Big Cass. This match, okay, it had little to no hype about it. I don't think anyone wanted to see it, all the matches, I think this was probably the weakest match on the card. It wasn't, like, really horrendously bad, but it wasn't, like, the most important match in the world. And you could tell that because the crowd started chanting, boring, and it was boring. The only really part that was slightly and remotely entertaining was when Enzo Amore, he lubed himself up to try to get out of the shark cage, and then when he got out, he got immediately hit with a big boot. That was the only really entertaining part of the whole thing, and it was done really well and amazing. But after he hit the big boot to Enzo, automatically big boot to the Big Show, and Empire Elbow, 1, 2, 3, and guess what? Nobody cares. Okay, after that, we had Randy Orton against Rusev. My review of the pay-per-view officially outlasts the match by quite a while, because we have Randy Orton makes his big entrance. All of a sudden, Rusev comes out of nowhere, bang, 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 attacks and hits him up, and just completely tries to destroy him, and then all of a sudden, just like that, as soon as Randy Orton gets up, because now they have to wait till both competitors are up to ring the bell, he goes for a clothesline. Randy Orton ducks RKO out of nowhere. 1, 2, 3. Just like that, it is over in 10 seconds. Yes, it's 10 seconds. I Wikipedia'd it. 10 seconds. And that's, honestly, I'm not mad about it. Sometimes with these short matches that they have, I can understand why people are getting mad about them. I can understand how I get mad about them. But Randy Orton needed a win desperately. He lost to Jinder Mahal on 3 separate occasions and has had the worst year out of any wrestler. So, yes, Randy Orton deserved this win. And next, we had Sasha Banks against Alexa Bliss for the Raw Women's Championship. Now, before we talk about this match, I want to talk about something else. Something that happened, and there was this moment, this segment between Sasha. Sasha's walking down, and all of a sudden, the camera, pans out, and there's Bayley. And Bayley is met with the most amount of boos ever. I thought this was a one-time thing where people were booing her. No, that was bad, like really, really bad. Just the fact that they booed her like they boo Roman, it was catastrophic. I just thought it was like, it was incredibly eye-opening. I was just like, wow, it's that bad. But we're gonna, that's not what the match is about. That's not what I'm talking about. Alexa Bliss and Sasha Banks, again, they put on another incredible match. I just thought the match between these two were great, and especially this one. And, there were a lot of great moments. And Alexa Bliss was putting up such an incredible fight, but she had to tap out to Sasha Banks. And just like that, Sasha Banks became the new Raw Women's Champion, the 4th time that she has become the Raw Women's Champion. And you know what? I'm fine with that. I would have preferred that Alexa Bliss retained, but I'm fine with Sasha Banks regaining the title for the 4th time. I'm fine with that, because guess what? We're getting married in about a few weeks, so I'll send you an invitation and blog about it. But yeah, I just thought it was a great match, especially with Sasha Banks, my heart, my soul, retaining, and regaining the Raw Women's Champion. I love you so much, babe. Finn Balor versus Bray Wyatt going one-on-one with each other. Everyone knew that this had the potential to be a really interesting match, just because of the fact that it's Bray Wyatt against Finn Balor, especially that it was announced that Finn Balor, the Demon King, was going to come out. I will say this, and I'm pretty sure everyone else agrees with me, and that is the fact that Finn Balor single-handedly had the best entrance of the night. It started with someone saying, "He got the whole world in his hands. He got the whole world in his hands." Someone with a creepy voice, and all of a sudden, here he comes out. Here he comes out. Now, the last time that Finn Balor was in the Barclays Center, that was when he got injured against Seth Rollins. He ended up winning that match, but he got injured and was sidelined for several months. Now, the interactions between Finn Balor, the Demon King, and Bray Wyatt were just glorious. Because it seemed as though I remember the first time Bray Wyatt did his backwards crab walk. Finn Balor was, he was on the ground and he just snarled. He just snarled at Bray Wyatt, saying, you don't intimidate me. And letting out the Demon King. And then a second time, he did it, like all of a sudden, like Finn was on the ground, he was doing it, and all of a sudden, he kips back up, and he's all like, "The Demon King is here." And this was a really good match between the two. And it ended with Finn Balor picking up the win. No one was surprised. No one was surprised at all that Finn Balor was going to win. It's good to see the Demon King back, because we haven't seen him in over a year. So it's great to have you back, Demon King. And then we had Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose against Cesaro and Sheamus for the Raw Tag Team Championships. Just the fact that Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins are on the same team gets everyone, including me, really excited. And in this match, they both were working incredible with each other. They were working really well with each other. Like, they were a really good tag team. Now, Dean Ambrose was not a tag team, hasn't been a tag team champion. And the people who were tag team champions during the Shield was Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns, while Dean Ambrose held the United States Championship. But this time, it's Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins, and both were looking amazing in this match. There was this really funny moment where Cesaro went out into the crowd. He saw that they were playing with a beach ball. He just grabbed it and tore it up. I thought it was amazing. is just one of the best things in the world. He grabs it, tears it up like it's no one's business. I thought that was great. He got some good heel heat on him. But yeah, both of these teams also worked really well with each other. They were just, it added that stakes, that high stakes that it was needed, that, and also that unpredictability that anybody could win. There was this awesome moment where Ambrose and Rollins, they were teasing the old Shield powerbomb, but they couldn't get it because Cesaro came in out of nowhere, you know, just to break it up. And the ending to the match was beautiful. The ending to the match was very, very beautiful. Just everything that happened. And Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose, yes, they're a new tag team, but they have just solidified themselves as a new and important tag team because they work amazing with each other, and they were able to become our new Raw Tag Team Champions. AJ Styles against Kevin Owens for the United States Championship with Shane McMahon as the special guest referee. Now, both of these men, you know, they're just going straight after each other before the bell even rings, and Shane has to, you know, come in between since he is the special guest referee. And it starts off just really fast, really furious, and I'm pretty sure that I can say that this is the best match that these two have had. The first one was, I thought, in my opinion, alright. The second one was a disappointment, and this honestly was the best match out of their trilogy. It's has a lot of rapid action between all the moves that happened during the match. One of the best parts was when Kevin Owens would put Shane McMahon in harm's way whenever he would cheat. But I will say this. It did get a little bit repetitive how much Shane McMahon would be hurt. How much he would be injured, you know. They played a little bit too much with it, in my opinion. But other than that, the match was really well done. AJ Styles retains his United States Championship, and, you know, with a Styles clash, and that match was just phenomenal. Then we had Shinsuke Nakamura against Jinder Mahal for the WWE Championship. I mean, I will say this, it was good that it was so high up on the card, because during Jinder's reign, there have been times where the WWE title was not at the main event. It was all right. It was all right. It wasn't the best match in the world. It was all right, and it wasn't bad. It was just meh, and you know, it ended when the Singh brothers got involved again. Once again, and they had Shinsuke Nakamura hit the Colossus. 1, 2, 3, and that was it. It was meh. It got me thinking of how specifically New Japan treats their heel champions and how WWE treats their heel champions. And expect a video on that very soon. But yeah, Shinsuke Nakamura loses his first big match on the main roster for the WWE title. It's all right. At least they're sticking with Jinder. At least they're sticking with their choice to have Jinder Mahal still be champion. I guess that's something. Now we get to the main event, which is the Fatal 4-Way match for the WWE Universal title between Braun Strowman, Samoa Joe, Roman Reigns, and Brock Lesnar. I loved every moment of this main event. This main event was just a main event of epic proportions, and this deserved to main event SummerSlam. I loved so many moments in this matchup, just between the competitors, between Brock and Braun especially. I loved how it was truly unpredictable, and whenever it seemed as though one superstar was gaining momentum, that's when another one would jump back in and, you know, completely change the equation. I loved all the moments. Braun Strowman is single-handedly the MVP of this. He's the MVP of the night. Single-handedly was so dominant. He put Brock Lesnar through 2 announce tables, picked up the other one, and threw it on top of him, almost taking Brock out of the equation. And then it became a triple threat, and then all of a sudden here comes Brock Lesnar not too long afterwards. Just an amazing match. Everyone had a good showing, even Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns had a good showing. It seemed as though he was going to win a couple of times, but then that's when either Samoa Joe or Braun Strowman would get back in there and completely derail him. I thought this main event was beautiful. It was literally one of the best main events WWE has put on in quite a long time. Just amazing and phenomenal work between everyone in this match. In the end, Brock Lesnar retained. He retained his Universal title. I am not upset with that. I am not upset with that because this match was truly the match of the night. There are some matches where, you know, the undercard steals the show. This match proved why it was the main event of SummerSlam. Amazing, amazing match. The best match of the night, in my opinion, and a lot of people's opinion. Every moment of this match was just beautiful. Well, that's been it for SummerSlam 2017. Just, wow, what an amazing event. This year's SummerSlam by far superseded last year's SummerSlam. I thought it was just really great. Everything that happened was just amazing and beautiful. This match, this whole pay-per-view event is what everyone needed. It's what everyone needed. It's what SmackDown needed. It's what Raw needed. And it's just proved that WWE at SummerSlam is just really, really amazing. This was just an amazing night of professional wrestling. And so beautiful. Everything was so beautiful. Yeah, that's been it for my review of SummerSlam 2017. Do me a favor, let me know what you guys thought about this in the comments section below, and if you want to see more content like this on a daily basis, then make sure you hit that like, share, and subscribe button. You want to do all that great stuff. You want to see more content like this. And I'll see you guys as soon as I can, because I've been Samuel V, a.k.a. the Excellent Reviewer, a.k.a. Wrestling's #1 Hype Man, a.k.a. the true champion of YouTube, and I'll see you all as soon as I can.